Dear students, Jai Hind. Very good morning. As you all know, we are continuing a very important chapter of your portion, which includes maximum concept of geometry. As you all know, you have already attended 10 lectures, and in these all lectures we have in detail discussed about quadrilateral in general, and we also discuss about all properties of parallelogram. One quadrilateral we discussed in detail regarding parallelogram. Today, in lecture number 11, we are going to study, no doubt, during the whole chapter, we have to discuss about all quadrilaterals. We have to discuss about rhombus. We have to discuss about rectangle, square, etc. Today, in our lecture number 11, we are going to mainly target only one quadrilateral, that is rectangle. We will also discuss some definition of rectangle, some of the important properties of rectangle which we are going to prove as a part of theorem. Like in parallelogram, you studied 3 theorems, and those 3 theorems which we studied actually guided us to all the properties of parallelogram that you all know. Today, our target is to study in detail about one other specific quadrilateral which we call rectangle. Okay, before we start, the title of the chapter 7, okay, name. So after this many lecture you all know, then also let us write understanding, okay, understanding shapes. That's the title of the chapter again, and today you are attending in that lecture number 11, okay. Our today's target is to study mainly about only one quadrilateral we are going to target today, and that quadrilateral is a rectangle. Okay, we are going to discuss in detail about a rectangle. Okay. How can you define rectangle? That we have to first discuss. How to define parallelogram, you all know. If somebody asks you to define parallelogram, you will immediately answer any quadrilateral having both the pairs of opposite sides parallel is called parallelogram. Similarly, if you want to understand the definition of a rectangle, how can you define rectangle? The definition for the rectangle goes like this: any, just not down, any quadrilateral. We are just defining a rectangle, any quadrilateral having all angles right angle, understand? Any quadrilateral having all angles right angle is called a rectangle. You understood this? This is actually the definition of rectangle. Any quadrilateral having all angles right angle, understood, is called a rectangle. Actually, dear student, a rectangle is some modification of parallelogram. Try to understand. Suppose I draw one parallelogram here. Try to understand this. This is parallelogram already. Just concentrate, a student. We all know at least some property of a rectangle, because rectangle is not new for us. In rectangle, both the opposite sides are congruent. We all know, like in parallelogram. So actually one property is common between parallelogram and rectangle, which is that opposite sides are equal. In parallelogram also they are equal. In rectangle also they are equal. Understood? But one difference between these two is that in the rectangle, see I am drawing the rectangle now, just to verify, a rectangle and a parallelogram, just look at this. In the rectangle also, opposite sides are equal as well as parallel. So in parallelogram also, opposite sides are equal and parallel. So one property is common between parallelogram and rectangle. The only difference is in rectangle all angles are right angle, that you know. All angles are 90 degree, which is not the case in parallelogram. Understood? So dear student, this parallelogram can become a rectangle when all angles are right angle in parallelogram, you know. If in parallelogram all angles are 90 degree, it becomes a rectangle. Okay, right? So dear student, if I utilize a statement that every parallelogram is a rectangle, no. Every rectangle is parallelogram, yes, because one property remains common between these two, that is opposite sides are parallel and equal. Understood? Okay. So here dear student, suppose you think that this is parallelogram. If I say that one angle is 90 degrees, suppose I am talking of parallelogram. If I say that in this parallelogram one angle is 90 degree, am I able to realize all angle 90 degree? Obviously, one angle 90, opposite angle are congruent, this is 90. Adjacent angle supplementary, so this is 90, this is also 90. That means, dear student, one statement for true or false, that a parallelogram having any one angle, right angle, becomes a rectangle. Understood? This statement, please you quote down. Understand what I spoke? Just quote down that statement. A parallelogram, just quote down, a parallelogram having any one angle, a parallelogram having any one angle, right angle, is a rectangle. Understood? Actually, one angle given right angle, it allows you to prove all angle right angle. That's why you should understand, may in higher standard, understand in ninth, you will prove this as a theorem again. A parallelogram having any one angle, right angle, understood, is a rectangle. Try to understand this. Clear? So, every parallelogram is not rectangle, but every rectangle is ultimately parallelogram. We have to discuss one of the theorem regarding parallelogram, regarding rectangle. But before I explain you that theorem, the statement which I am speaking again and again, please note it down. Understand that rectangle is a parallelogram. This is what you need to quote down, a very important fact. Understand? Now, dear student, let us try to prove a very important theorem regarding a rectangle. But before we go for that, this statement is very important. Rectangle is parallelogram because it has both the pairs of opposite sides parallel. Understood? Now, regarding rectangle, we have to prove one theorem, okay? Let us write the statement of that theorem. What is that? Only one theorem. What you have to prove? That diagonals, first you write the statement. Prove that diagonals of a diagonals of a rectangle are equal and bisect each other. That is what you have to prove. Diagonals of a rectangle are equal and bisect each other. That is what actually they are. Ultimately, when you prove this theorem, it becomes two important properties of rectangle. Diagonals of rectangle are equal and bisect each other. Two facts we are going to prove, understood, in this particular theorem, right? These two facts are already, you must have noted down this. Rectangle is parallelogram, no doubt under subjected to one condition. Parallelogram having one angle 90 degree becomes a rectangle. Now I am just erasing this because our concentration has to be now on proving this important theorem regarding a rectangle, that is diagonals of a rectangle are equal and bisect each other. That is what we have to prove. Okay. Let us first draw here diagram of a rectangle. Okay, this is rectangle. Okay. Let us first draw diagram of a rectangle. Okay. We'll name as per textbook so to avoid any confusion when you revise it. Otherwise, you have to be no doubt ready for any label. This is rectangle ABCD. Understood? What you have to prove? Diagonals are equal. Let me draw both the diagonals here. One is diagonal AC, one is diagonal BD. Both are intersecting at point O. Understood? What you have to prove? Let us, as you know, and we are doing in every theorem, first let us write data. Okay. What is the data? So, in data you are given in rectangle rectangle, it is rectangle, okay? In rectangle ABCD, AC and BD, AC and BD are diagonals intersecting at point O. Okay, this is the data in this theorem. Let us write to prove what you have to prove. To prove. Understood? What we have to prove? First thing, we have to prove that diagonals are equal. That means you have to prove AC equal to BD. And the second fact which you have to prove, as you know, diagonal bisect means I have to prove these two parts equal, these two parts equal. Okay? Right. So I will just write OA equal to OC, OB equal to OD. Understood? Though we do not need to ascertain this because it is very easy to prove it. Okay? Now let us give the proof for this. See, dear student, our first target will remain to prove second fact first. Understand? That means diagonal AC and diagonal BC bisect each other. How can we see, dear student? Let us write quadrilateral. Write with me. Quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle that we know. Okay? Quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. In rectangle, dear student, you know, both the pair of opposite side AB and CD, AD and BC are parallel. Write it. AB parallel to CD, AD parallel to BC. Try to understand both the opposite sides AB and CD, AD and BC. In the rectangle, both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel. Can you remember one? Now when you say that both the pair of opposite side parallel, not only that, in rectangle you know that opposite sides are equal also. So that also you can mention that AB equal to CD, AD equal to BC. Because this quadrilateral is a rectangle, means opposite sides are parallel and congruent when you say that opposite sides are parallel and congruent, it becomes a parallelogram, because parallelogram definition itself suggests that opposite sides are parallel and equal. Therefore, quadrilateral ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay. And now, dear student, when you prove that quadrilateral ABCD is parallelogram, so that means that property of parallelogram applies here. Fourth property, that diagonal bisect each other, so automatically it is proved. Therefore, diagonals AC and BD bisect each other. Okay, this one fact is very proved. We do not have to move for this. Just you prove it as a parallelogram. That means diagonal bisect each other. That has been already proved. Understood? So first you have to concentrate on this very important fact. First we moved for this only. We proved that diagonals of rectangle bisect each other. That we proved. How we proved it? Just try to understand how we moved here. We first said that quadrilateral ABCD is a rectangle. Because it is a rectangle, that means both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel and congruent. That we have written. We have written AB parallel to CD, AD parallel to BC. We have written AB equal to CD, AD equal to BC. Now, when both the pairs of opposite sides are parallel and congruent, it becomes a parallelogram. And when it is a parallelogram, obviously diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Understood? So one fact, that diagonals bisect each other, is already proved. Now we are looking for the next fact, next property, that diagonals of rectangle are congruent, and for that purpose, dear student, you have to concentrate on two triangles which I am mentioning in this diagram. Okay, we are moving here for this fact. Okay, first, name of the two triangle which we are going to target now, that I am writing first. For I am speaking the name of the triangle, then I will show you here. For triangle DAB, and the name of the triangle I mentioned, you understood this? Which triangle I mentioned? Triangle DAB, and from here triangle CBA and triangle CBA. First, my dear student, you have to concentrate on these two triangles which we are going to prove congruent by the postulate, by the criteria SAS, two pair of side, one pair of included angle. Understand? See, dear student, because it is a rectangle, you all know that in rectangle all angles are right angle. Here my target is on this two triangle only. So let me show angle A as right angle, angle B as right angle. Now you think of this triangle only, triangle DAB. This two side and this is included angle. Now you look here, triangle CBA, this two side and this is included angle. Let us try to prove both the triangle congruent by SAS postulate. How, dear student? Let me concentrate on these two sides. From this triangle, triangle DAB, we will select AD. From this triangle CBA, we will take BC. So if I write this, AD equal to BC, I don't think you have any objection, because though they are corresponding side of these two triangle I mentioned, but they are actually the ultimately to essentially opposite sides of rectangle which are always equal. So one pair of side has been proved congruent. In reference, if you want to write, you can simply mention opposite sides of rectangle. Okay, you can mention this, opposite sides of rectangle. Okay. Second is to speak the name of both the triangles. See, triangle DAB, CBA. In both AB is common. So can I write AB equal to AB? What is the reason I can produce common? And if I select in this triangle, these two sides, this become included angle. In this become included angle. Name this angle full angle DAB equal to angle CBA. The reason you will produce, they are right angles. You understood this? They are right angles. So dear student, these two triangle which we want to target, triangle DAB, triangle CBA, we proved them congruent by the criteria or postulate S A S. You understood this? How AD equal to BC, because they are opposite sides of rectangle which are always congruent. AB equals to AB because it is common side between the two mentioned triangle. Angle DAB congruent to CAB because CBA because they are already right angle. So dear student, you can write this way, therefore triangle DAB congruent to triangle CBA by SAS postulate criteria, whatever word you can apply. So now when you say that these two triangles are equal, which are those two triangles? Triangle DAB congruent to triangle CBA. When these two triangles are congruent, obviously all other corresponding parts means other sides and angle are also congruent. So AC belongs to this triangle, BD belongs to this triangle. So BD equal to AC. Okay. So I can write therefore AC equal to BD. AC equal to BD because these two triangles are congruent. And when you say AC equal to BD means you have proved that the diagonals are congruent. Understood? So this is what you want to prove, that diagonals of rectangle are equal. That we have already proved. Bisect we already proved. Understand? So dear student, this is the theorem. Understood? At last you can write that therefore it is proved. This way you can mention it is proved that diagonals of a rectangle are equal and bisect each other. The fact are proved now. Understood? So this is the way we have proved this theorem, and very important property of a rectangle which you also need to remember. Understood? Because this property of rectangle, understand that diagonals are equal and bisect each other is very important, because when you go to 9th and 10th standard, you will utilize the same property of rectangle at that time also. Understood? That at that time this property of rectangle has to be very clear in your mind. You understood this? Okay, so this is one theorem regarding rectangle we have studied, and this theorem actually gives an analysis of two very important properties of rectangle. Understood? What is that? diagonals of a rectangle are equal and bisect each other. Okay. So suppose, dear student, if anybody asks you, suppose in test, if I ask you, write four properties of a rectangle, how can you write? First, opposite sides are parallel, obviously. Second, opposite sides are equal, obviously. Third, all angles are right angle. 4, diagonals are equal. Fifth, diagonal by each other. So suppose I may ask in any test in 3 or 4 marks, write all properties of a rectangle, this all 5 in your mind. You understood this? To just sum up, please note down in your book all 5 properties of rectangle. I am summarizing for you. You note down. I am speaking it out. Understand? You just note down. First, opposite sides are parallel. First property. Second property, opposite sides are equal, congruent. Note down. Opposite sides are parallel, that's first property you noted down. Opposite sides are equal or congruent, you note down. Third property, all angles are right angle. Okay. Fourth property, diagonals of a rectangle are equal, congruent. And next, diagonals of a rectangle bisect each other. Okay. 5 properties of a rectangle. Okay. And as far as this one of the important property of rectangle, let us solve one example that diagonals of rectangle are equal and bisect each other. Based on this very important fact, let us solve one example, understood, which is actually this particular example which we are solving, okay, right, is not given. In textbook you find only one theorem of rectangle and just 2 to 3 examples only, understood. Let us solve one example here. And this example utilizes two properties of a rectangle. Which are those two properties? All angles are right angle and diagonals are equal. Those two properties are applied here in solving this particular example. Okay, let us write it. Please note down the sum with me. This is the sum. Write down. In a rectangle, in a rectangle ABCD, AB equal to 3 centimeter, whatever, BC equal to 4 centimeter, then find BD. Okay, this is, suppose an example is given to you that in rectangle AB equal to 3 centimeter, BC equal to 4 centimeter, and you have to find BD. That means out of the two diagonal AC and BD, one diagonal you have to find. So suppose, just try to understand this. First you draw a rectangle. Understood? Not so difficult, but I just want to realize and apply that property which you just now studied in solving this example. Suppose, dear student, this is rectangle, okay? A rectangle ABCD. Now what is said in rectangle ABCD? You all know that all angles are right angle, we know very well. Understood? AB is given 3 centimeter, BC is given 4 centimeter. Let me draw only one diagonal AC. I am intentionally not drawing the diagonal BD. Understood? Can you understand now? This is right angle triangle where we can apply Pythagoras theorem and we will find AC. And once you find AC, BD is found out because diagonal are congruent. Understood? So how can you move as per Pythagoras theorem? Let me mention the triangle in triangle ABC. As per Pythagoras theorem in triangle ABC, what you will write? AC square equal to AB square plus BC square, that you all know. Diagonal here hypotenuse square equal to addition of this. So this is 3 square plus 4 square. 9 plus 16, that is 25. AC square equal to 25. Therefore, AC, take the square root 5. But once you got AC, that means you got BD. Now you just join this. You all know that diagonals of a rectangle are equal. You can mention that AC equal to BD because you already proved this fact. So BD equals to 5. You got it? 5 centimeter. Okay. Some student may solve other way also. They know that opposite sides are equal. They can take this as 3, and instead of joining AC, they will direct join BD, and taking Pythagoras theorem in triangle B C D, BD square equal to C square plus CD square. Directly also you can find. But why I have targeted this? Because I want to make one property more clear in your mind, that the diagonals in rectangle are always equal. All two property we utilize here. First, all angles of rectangle are right angle. All angles are 90 degree, that we already utilize. One another property, diagonals of a rectangle are always equal. You understood this? So this way, dear student, sometime asked to just test that either you are clear about the properties of rectangle or not. Understood? So that way you have to be very sure when you solve any examples regarding a rectangle. Okay. So dear students, in today's lecture, as our target was to study in detail, before we end the lecture, have a summary of the lecture. Our target was to explain you regarding rectangle, its property, theorem, and some simple application of those property in solving one example. Property you all know, you listed out 5 properties of rectangle and one theorem that is also confining ultimately the properties of rectangle. Okay. So in today's lecture we have studied about theorem rectangle and all 5 properties of rectangle. Why I am speaking properties of rectangle again and again? Reason is I am reiterating the properties again to implant in your mind all those property of rectangle which are going to be very useful. That's why the sum up of the 5 first, opposite sides are parallel. Second, opposite sides are equal. Third, all angles are right angle. Fourth, diagonals are equal. Fifth, diagonals bisect each other. Okay, and one statement regarding that, parallelogram and rectangle. What I taught you, any parallelogram becomes a rectangle when it has any one angle right angle. Understood? So you can say that rectangle is parallelogram. You can't say that parallelogram is a rectangle. So if true or false, you are given statement, every parallelogram is a rectangle, false. But every rectangle is a parallelogram, correct, because both the properties of parallelogram, that is opposite sides are parallel and opposite sides are equal are possessed by rectangle. Understood? So dear student, before we end up today's lecture, understood, make your concept clear regarding rectangle. Okay, thank you very much from Bharat sir.